It's time for the Waiver Wire presented by YouTube TV. Here are the list of some Waiver Wire targets put together by our friend Matt Okada. At quarterback, Derek Carr. Just hope he doesn't get inside the red zone, but that's a different story. Russell Wilson, who is playing some really good football right now. Jordan Love, who has stepped up his game. Baker Mayfield, who has kept Mike Evans afloat as well. Running back Chuba Hubbard, Zach Moss. Yeah, Zach Moss still hanging around. Keaton Mitchell, Ty Chandler. Just a note that both Mitchell and Chandler are on a bye this week, but worth stashing. Tyjae Spears in Tennessee. Ezekiel Elliott, maybe worth a stash there in New England. Wide receiver Jaden Reed, Curtis Samuel, Greg Dortch in Arizona. Jackson Smith and Jigba playing better in Seattle. Jalen Hyatt, Khalil Shakir also in play. Pat Freiermuth at the tight end spot, and Isaiah Likely, especially with Mark Andrews out for the rest of the season. Time to welcome in our pal Matt Okada, who writes the Waiver Wire column. You can find it every week at NFL.com/waiverwire. One thing I want to correct, though, before we dive into this. I said that part of the schedule for Terry McLaurin had the Giants. I meant the Jets as the other New York team. If you were watching the video show, then that was correct on the screen. It was me that fouled it up. So apologies on that one. All right, Matt, let's get into this one because coming up in week 13, it is one last Bye-Mageddon, which is great just before the fantasy playoffs hit. We've got the Ravens, the Bills, the Bears, the Raiders, the Vikings, and the Giants. 6 teams out, a lot of key pieces out, so a lot of people will need waiver wire help. So let's start at quarterback. Derek Carr has basically been Derek Carr this year, which is to say it's not awful, but it's not great. But in a pinch with 6 teams on a bye, I would imagine, Matt, a lot of folks will need a guy like Derek Carr.
Yeah, that's pretty much the perfect summary, Marcus. He's been a kind of a low ceiling streamer option who's somewhat consistent, kind of like a Baker Mayfield a little bit. But we are all in trouble between injuries and buys these days, so I think Carr is in play. Here's my take. He's hit 300-plus passing yards in 4 of his last 5 games, and he's thrown multiple touchdowns 3 times since week 5, but for some reason he's only managed to put those marks together once, and that was in week 8 against the Colts, and he scored 18 fantasy points and was a great fantasy option. I think he can do that again in week 13 against the Lions, so if you're streaming through this Bye-Mageddon, I think he's a play. Over their last 5 games, Detroit's defense has given up 23 fantasy points per game to QBs, and that includes a 4-point stinker by Jimmy Garoppolo, bringing the numbers down. They all, besides Garoppolo, hit 21-plus points, and Jordan Love posted 27 on Thanksgiving. So I think Carr is absolutely in play. I definitely feel better if Chris Olave clears the concussion protocol, so keep an eye on that because losing his best weapon would not help with that ceiling. But I do believe he's a borderline QB1, and he's got a couple other good matchups down the stretch, too, if you need a combo stream.
Yeah, he could help you in the bye week, but no one's going to get you more hyped than Jameis Winston. I mean, you saw him rapping along to Ludacris on the sideline. But a lot of people are going to need quarterbacks, Okada, and Russell Wilson not only getting it done with his arm, running a little bit more as well.
He is. He's also not going to give you as much hype as Jameis Winston or Ludacris because he's not that exciting either. But here's the thing. Yes, Wilson has not hit 20 fantasy points since week 4, and he's only averaging 176 passing yards per game over that span. But to your point, he has rediscovered his rushing ability in recent weeks. He's hit 30-plus yards on the ground in 5 of his last 7, and he scored with his legs on Sunday. He's also thrown 20 touchdowns on the year, which is the 5th most in the NFL. Pretty surprising. Thank you, Courtland Sutton, for a lot of that. I think in the right matchups, he can cobble the pieces together and be a fantasy starter. And oh my goodness, are the matchups coming. Here are his opponents for the rest of the season and their schedule-adjusted rank against quarterback. Texans, 25th. Chargers, 32nd. Lions, 28th. Patriots, 5th. You can skip that one. And Chargers, reminder, 32nd, again in championship week. Oh my goodness. I think you can play Russell Wilson almost the entirety of the rest of the season with that ground game ability, bringing back his floor. I think he's a viable stream.
I mean, look, I thought Russ was going to have a kind of a renaissance last season. It didn't happen. I was skeptical this year, so maybe I can just tell myself that I was a little bit early. I was just a year ahead of schedule with Russell Wilson. Carolina's a mess, Matt. They fire their head coach, who had given up play calling duties, then took them back. Now he's gone. Who knows what's going to happen with the passing game? Bryce Young is struggling. The offensive line is bad. But there's Chuba Hubbard, who's made Miles Sanders expendable. It's not exciting, but he is the RB1, it looks like, down there for the Panthers.
Yeah, he is, and he has been now for a while, and the results have not really followed, which is kind of the disappointing part, and I don't really blame the people who dropped him all over NFL.com and otherwise fantasy leagues, but I will throw this out there to your point about Reich. We have seen coaching shakeups this year a few times in Buffalo, in Vegas, in Pittsburgh this last week. Pretty much all of them ended up being positive for the team. And it's not that hard to be positive when you start as low as the Panthers have set the bar. They have been utterly just atrocious on offense, really entirely. And so I think the bar can only go up from here. And we can also look at week 12 for a glimmer of hope from Hubbard. He got involved in the passing game, big time. 45 plus yards both on the ground and through the air, and he scored a touchdown and top 20 fantasy points in total. And yes, Miles Sanders did get 16 opportunities of his own, but he was abysmal on those opportunities, 28 yards on all 16 chances put together. Hubbard continued to show his superior efficiency. He flashed that passing game upside that we heard Carolina wanted from Sanders coming into the season. So I think Hubbard is the guy that they wanted from the beginning. I think they continue to ride him more. And if this offense can take a step forward with a little bit of a shakeup, as other teams have, I think Hubbard has big upside down the stretch.